Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So tonight we're going to talk about solutions. You know, modern problems require modern solutions. I think I come up with one. I did the math, and I'm pretty sure it'll work out. It will solve a problem we're facing, and it'll even help the economy, help the average person. It's great. It's fantastic. It will solve the hygiene issues, the overcrowding issues, the food issues, all of the issues that are going on, including the idea of people being in cages that are happening at these concentration camps. But before we talk about that, I want to tell you about my dream home. It's not too far from here. It's an old plantation house. It's needs some cosmetic work, but it's a good structure. 6 bedrooms, massive kitchen, massive dining room, study, whole 9 yards. And it sits on a chunk of property. And to those in the city, a chunk of property out here does not mean an acre. That means like you sitting on your porch and you can't see your property line. Problem is, it's 600 grand. Now I know in a lot of major cities that's not a lot. Out here, oh, that's a lot of money. So here's my plan. I will take 5 asylum-seeking mothers and their infants. That's 5 bedrooms occupied. At the current rate that we're paying these camps that apparently can't afford to get the necessities, they're paying them $775 a day per person, per night. So 5 mothers, 5 kids, that's 10 people, that's $7,750 a day times 30 to $232,500 a month. I am fairly certain that I can provide food, health insurance, hygiene, everything they need for like 32 grand, leaving $200,000 a month in profit. Yeah, when you start doing the numbers, they're raking in the money on human suffering, aren't they? So in 3 months, that home's paid for. And that 6th bedroom, the unoccupied one, we're going to turn that into a school. You know, no perfecto, but yo hablo. We'll teach them English. And then guess what? That other big complaint, well, they won't assimilate. Well, that goes away, won't it? It's really hard to assimilate when you're in a cage. But maybe if you're around people, it'd be easier. Might be easier. I mentioned this to a friend of mine. He's an ex-DI. He was a boot camp instructor with the Marines. He said he'd take 20 at-risk teens, at risk meaning possible gang members, up to his farm in South Carolina. He said if they were 16 when they got there, by the time they were 18, they'd be ready to go into the Marines. Think of that. Turning a problem into an asset. Fantastic. I know some farmers have bunkhouses, like old school. And I'm pretty sure they'd be willing to let them come in, take them in. And then once they're processed, look at that, they got a job. Because it's not like there's a lot of Americans hanging out in those bunkhouses. Modern solution right there, decentralization. Of course, the government will never allow this, because if they do and we actually start talking to them, we're going to realize that they're people, not animals, not livestock. I think it's a good idea. I really do. And then there is, in my situation, of course, I do find some form of poetic justice in the idea that a home that was built on the back of slavery could be used to help people achieve freedom. That would be nice too. Anyway, I think we can do it better than nice if we let the average individual do it. And then, when somebody asks, well, how many immigrants have you taken in? We can all say, as many as you'll give me. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.